So tell me about your perspective on how technical does a PM need to be? There's a lot of different schools of thought on this. How do you think about it and why?
So I think this is a really important question because I think this is, especially an area where it prevents a lot of potentially very good PMs from wanting to take on this role.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually leads a lot of technical people to want to become PMs who actually probably are not good PMs. So I think my mindset on it, which is, one person's opinion, is that, the technical bar that you need to have is you need to be able to understand technical architecture, and you need to be able to understand constraints within a software development environment. One line I always use with my team, because it's kind of like my ability to really think forward within the product, is the lucky thing in software you have, especially, is that you can kind of do anything. Right? But the reality is you can't, because you have limited resources, you have limited time, or you actually have to make some fundamental trade-offs within the product.
Yeah.
So I think the technical bar for me for a PM is you need to be conversant enough with how software is developed, how code is written, how systems work with each other in order to really be able to make those decisions. But you don't need to be able to code. You don't need to be able to go in and fix bugs. I mean, these are things that you hire people who are better than you at to do. So that's not really the bar that I think of. And, similarly, I think being technical doesn't make you a good PM, because I've always found that the best teams I've worked on, there's like a little bit of tension between the engineering team and the product team, because if you're always doing what the engineering team is focused on, which is like improving kind of what we have, you tend not to be able to unlock like really step function opportunities. Yeah. But then if you don't have any technical capability on the PM side and you come into this field, you're never going to earn any of the respect from the engineering team, because you can't talk to them. And you also can't make a lot of really fundamental decisions within your product that either enable or constrain your ability to do the things you want to do in the future.
Yeah.
So that bar is a really meaningful bar. And so for me, it's technical architecture. It's the ability to understand constraints and trade-offs, and its ability to talk to engineers in a meaningful capacity.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense.